Beautiful day. Much love. Um, I don't expect anybody to join me right now. I just hope I'm being heard. I just wanted to say a couple of things, put some stuff out there, and then there's something I wanted to talk about a couple of weeks ago that I didn't get around to making the live. So as always, before I start, just in case, I speak about, natural. I'm big on nature, natural cures. And if you have any questions about the natural remedies, home remedies of essential oils, herbs, spices, rubs, crystals, or things that I may talk about in this live stream broadcast, you need to make sure you contact your own primary care physician and the physician of your pediatricians if you have little ones. And so, hey, much love, admin. Can you hear me? Am I being heard? Can you hear me? Um, I'm glad you're in here. Somebody's in here. Given. Can y'all hear me? Having a late night coffee. Hold on. Just a second. I'm gonna type it. So I just want to make sure I'm being heard. Okay, yay. Okay. So real fast. Beautiful day. Hi, admin. Beautiful day. Call for zero. Thank you, admin. So, what I want to say first, and to all the new people, I want to say thank you so much. We on the channel we got quite a few new people from the short that I did yesterday. And I just want to say welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to look at the videos and then even to stick around. And thank you guys for sticking around who have stuck around. And I want to put out there because some things have happened. I just so everybody knows, everybody who doesn't know, this is a platform where I speak about so many different things because I'm a person that goes through so many things and have many different experiences. And I am a single mom. I've been married. I have, children. I was in the military. I am a seeker of truth and about what this system is, the matrix, things like that. I love quotes. I love love. I love home cooking. I love hyper realistic cakes. I love so many different things that I love. I'm not a one, and what the platform really is, I will say one thing is about self love and self love healing in our self love journey, and now healing ourselves within is a way to heal the world around us. Okay. I also do tarot cards. I'm not a religious person. This brings me to this. Um, because of a certain person on a different platform, it's really inspiring me to go back. And then there's new people on here inspiring me to just put this out there. And there was a situation where I was talking with someone and actually going to have life coaching sessions beginning with this lady. And really, our first session was great. Everything was great. And then we set up the session. And then I have no shame. I was like, I have a YouTube page, and there are things that may inspire you as well. In between times, check it out. But she was very uncomfortable, which I don't blame her, with me doing tarot cards. I'm going to say this. I'm not asking anybody to, if you're uncomfortable with that, and that's not part of your spiritual path, for you to conform or for you to do whatever. I don't do readings or anything like that, but that's something I do. It's not something evil. It's not something that I'm dabbling with dark energies. And it's not my fault that you have a misunderstanding, that you may have a misunderstanding about this because of the systems and what they have pushed down our throat to accept and not accept. So fast forward, she didn't want to do it. And I said, that's fine. I wished her well, but I'm the same person I'm the same person that this person, I love your energy. I love your spirit. You help me just by being in your presence and talking to you. I'm still that same person. But you see, when you clicked on something and you saw where I was in my spiritual walk, it made you uncomfortable and you were like, I don't want anything to do with this lady, but I'm still the same lady. Much love. Good evening. Ian, Community Ascension. Much love to you. Anyway, so I'm going to say this for the new people that click on and they'll see one of the shorts and they'll be like, yay, she's great. I love her energy. And then they're like, oh my gosh, she's evil. She's a witch. She's whatever. I do tarot. Okay. I do tarot cards. If it makes you uncomfortable, please, we don't have to go round and round. You don't have to send me messages. You don't have to be like, whatever. If it makes you uncomfortable, just unsubscribe or stop watching me, stop watching me. But there are people who sit in the shadows and they watch me and they don't like what I'm saying. And they say that I'm an evil person, but beautiful day or evening. Much love to you, Lara. I hope you're doing well. Anyway, and so I'm just putting that out there for the new people who joined, and I'm so grateful. But that's me. This is what I do. I'm not just going to talk about one subject. I want to talk about everything that I'm interested in. I want to talk about things that are going on that I'm experiencing right now, or even other people in the community may be experiencing. Just like I talked about, and I'm still working, guys, I really want to get into the relationship series where we talk about the masculine energy and the feminine energy in relationships. I'm going to get there. It's just, I got a lot going on. I'm kind of removing paint and repainting, remodeling a couple of places in my home right now on top of everything else that I'm doing. So it's kind of like, that's why it's really, really late here. And so that's why I'm able to do this live right now. And then that's why I've been doing just the shorts, because I want to keep things on the channel. And so I really want to hit that one hard. I also want to talk about something that I saw earlier today, which is becoming somewhat of a trend. It is a trend, and it bothers me to a degree. It bothers me to a degree, and it's like when parents use their children to get views on social media. I want to dive into that, because I feel like I watched something on my that was recommended, and this woman, talked about her teen girl's first cycle, and I'm like, that's an invasion of her privacy. I want to tackle that. What social media is doing to us, and how we have no respect, how some people have no respect for boundaries, things like that. I want to hit that topic hard as well. But I want the relationship series to be a series. And I'm also and this may not interest a lot of people, I really want, when it gets less chaotic for me, where I talk about breastfeeding, and talk about the pros of breastfeeding and some cons. People see cons, and I want to see both sides of breastfeeding. I breastfed my children strictly, all three of them, but I want to see what mothers who didn't breastfeed, I want to see that. I want to talk about things like that. So it's not, like I always say, take your rose petals and leave the thorns. Okay, take what you want from me, and leave the thorns. That's what I do. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say, that I wanted to talk about a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't have time for it. This is just something mainly I'm aiming towards the ladies, the females, the women, my sisters here. And this is an important topic. I can't just talk about the matrix and the systems. We live in these systems. We live around people. We have to be cautious. We have to be, and it is the physical safety of being a female in this world. And so something happened to me in a span of 2 weeks, where the first incident was, I was at the gas station, and my dad and my children were in the car. I went to pay for the gas and get something else, and there was this man there. And some of you ladies may understand what I'm talking about here. Oh my goodness, Anna Kay, much love to you. It's so good to see you. Anyway, some of you ladies may understand what I'm talking about when I talk about this. You'll have a man that will, compliment you, say you're beautiful, you have a nice smile, whatever. Okay, thank you for the compliment, and move along. This man said, he made eye contact with me when I came in. He waved, I waved, I said hi. Y'all know I love smiling, I'll say hi. And he gave me a compliment, said I had a beautiful smile, it was beautiful, great. Let's move on. Then I got this feeling within my gut, within my higher self, my knowing. And when I get that feeling, I don't completely turn my back to a man when I get that feeling. You can feel it, the eyes piercing you in that very uncomfortable way. You could just feel it. And it made me so uncomfortable. And he's standing there while I'm waiting in line behind me, just watching me. It was to the point where the clerk was a little uncomfortable. Then he started making comments about, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, I have someone. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. I am with someone. But he just kept pushing. And then he started invading my personal space. And the clerk was very uncomfortable, but the clerk didn't say anything. And so I said, thank you. It was my turn to pay for my stuff. And then I ran out and I got in the car with my dad and whatever. Not the first time that's ever happened. The second thing that happened that's making me want to talk about this is I was at the store. I was coming out of the store, and this man approached me, and he had pulled his car up. He had his car trunk open, and he was like, hey miss, hi. And I was like, hello. And I kept walking. And he was like, you look like you love to take care of yourself. You love to smell good. Can I let me give you a sample of perfumes. Let me let you have a sample of perfumes. Now, many years ago, my daddy told me this. He was like, he showed me this article about guys who pull up to women and they'll be like, let me give you a sample of perfume. And it's like these Chanel, others, Ralph Lauren, all these other things. But I'm going to put as a side note, I don't wear that stuff anymore. I used to wear Ralph Lauren Romance used to be my go-to. I used to love that. But I don't wear that. I make my own with essential oils. And that's what I told him. I said, no, thank you. I said, I don't mean to cut you off. I said, but I don't wear anything except for my body splashes and perfumes that I made myself with essential oils. I don't like the smell. He was like, no, let me come here. Let me give you just a sample. These are made with essential oils too. I said, no, thank you. And he went back to his trunk and was coming back, and I noticed he had somebody with him and they were going to somebody else. I'm not saying that this man was going to do this or that, but I remember the article my dad showed me, and it said that there are men who go, never ever, ladies, never ever take any perfume samples from somebody off the street, somebody who, even if he has all these perfumes in his trunk, because they're putting that, I don't know what that smelling stuff is. I don't know what that smelling stuff is, but to make you pass out, and they would take you and grape, the grape stuff. You'll know what I'm saying. They would do that to you and leave you for dead. So I'm never, ever, or if you see the samples on the windshield, don't pick it up. Don't smell anything that anybody is trying to sell you in a parking lot or whatever, because I wouldn't want to risk that person is there to try to whatever. And then I had read last week or the week before last, when I wanted to do this live, this video came on my feed, and this lady was talked about that she worked at a retail store, and she said she said she was putting putting something out there, a disclaimer out there to ladies as well. She said, I'm there at the front and I look at people, and she goes, if I'm looking in the basket, I can tell if a lady is single, I can tell if she has kids, I can tell if she's making a quick run, just by looking in the basket. And so she was like, I also noticed that there are some guys who come in the store and they don't buy anything. They are just walking around and like surveying, and checking, I guess, looking at who they might ask out, who they might kidnap, who they might not. And I'm gonna stop right here. I'm not promoting fear. I'm not promoting that you need to be scared of every man that is around you, ladies. That's not what I'm promoting. But what I'm saying is that it's very important to be aware of your surroundings, to be aware of your energies, your higher self, what you're feeling. If you're around somebody and they give you that gut feeling like, oh my God, this person doesn't feel right, you need to listen to that. Anyway, the lady said, she told a story about there was this female who was in the store, and she noticed this man who was going up and down every aisle, but he didn't have a basket and he wasn't shopping. And he was following this particular female, and that particular female came up to the worker and was like, can you help me? She had this big old bag of dog food and groceries. She was like, this dude is watching me. And she was like, I've noticed. So she walked her out to the car, and the girl had parked her car all the way back, and there was parking spots up front. I can understand if the parking lot is busy and you have to park out there, but if you're able to park as close to the entrance as possible. So she took the lady out, she put the dog food in, and the man came outside. And well, the man went out before they did, and he was kind of like waiting in the corner. And when he saw the worker go out and they were walking together, she said, you put the stuff in the car, I'll put the dog food in the car, and you just get in the car, start it up and go. When he realized that, he went into a hair salon store because he noticed that the lady was watching him and that she wasn't by herself. And so if that lady hadn't been there, or she hadn't been observant, he could have done something to her. She also said that when you're in the store, if you're single or if you don't have your significant other with you, here are some things that you can do. Not saying that it's guaranteed, but here are some tips that you can do to kind of, if a man is looking in your basket, go down the man aisle. Like one of the first things you do, go down the male aisle, put some male underwear in there, put some male aftershave or male razors or anything pertaining to a man, a couple of things, put it in your basket as you're shopping and shop along. And then that kind of like, she said, will like make somebody, if they're looking at your basket, trying to check out and see if you're by yourself or you're single, whatever. And if they don't see your man, maybe it'll make them think like, oh, maybe he's in the car, I don't want to risk it, da, 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 da. So that's something that you can do. Also, get off your phones. I see so many, especially the young girls, on your phone. And that's one thing I will say that I carry with me that I learned in the military is stay alert, stay alive, be aware of your surroundings. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's pretty much it. You just got to be careful. Got to be mindful. You can't be too trusting, because there's so many different people and so many different energies. And these two things happened to me within 2 weeks. And it wasn't the first beautiful. Let me go through these comments. It's just a few, but lots of creepers. Yes, indeed. Aw, I appreciate you too. Creeper was after me recently. It is scary. It's a scary moment. And even in a moment like where a man may seem nice, this has happened to me on a few occasions where he's asking you out, or he's asking for your number, and he's giving you all these compliments, and you tell him no, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you say no, I'm in a relationship, and you're not, you just want him out, and you keep saying no. I have been in a situation where a man has gotten angry and aggressive with me because I said I did not want to go out with him. and it scared me. I'm glad it was in public places, but the man became aggressive, even calling me outside my name and getting into my personal space because I said no. So be careful. Don't, you're going somewhere, somebody's giving you a compliment. Okay, thank you. But you never know if they may turn aggressive. That's something else. Or you may never know. One thing I'm going to say also, be aware of your surroundings. You may never know if you have someone that's stalking you. This is very, very important. And I'm not trying to say that this doesn't happen to men. There are some females who do the same thing, but I'm talking about my experiences with the opposite sex, with men, and things that can help women out there. And you men who are listening, you may have your mother, you may have sisters, nieces, friends, your girlfriend, your wife, daughters, whatever. We all know a woman in our life. Okay. We all know a woman. So I'm going to tell you this quick story about stalkers, and then I'm going to get off of here. This is very important. This happened to me in my 20s, and it happened to me. I had a stalker situation when I was in Korea. I wanted to do something about it, but it would have had me, I was getting ready to leave Korea, and it would have had me stay in country in between another 6 to 18 months. And I just wanted to go home. So I didn't pursue anything. And so I came back to the States, and I was stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And when I was at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, I was living in the single soldiers quarters. And I was a cook in the military. That's what I did. And so I was working in the DFAC. And when you work in the DFAC, you work with so many different other companies. You're mixed. It's not just you're working with your own company. We have to feed everybody. And so there was this one particular NCO who I guess took a liking to myself and someone else. And this man began following me. I didn't find this out until one incident, and I would go to Walmart late. That's when Walmart was open 24/7. I'm a night owl and a morning bird. And so I would go to Walmart at like 12, 1 o'clock, walk around, get a few things, and then come back. Well, the next day after this particular trip to Walmart the night before, this man proceeded to tell me what I had on, how long I stayed at Walmart, and how many times I brought my, how many times I went back to my car. And that scared, I was like, oh my gosh. And it was horrible because he was a married person and he wasn't supposed to be on post anyway, at the single soldiers quarters. Anyway, fast forward, you got to be careful with that. You never make sure if you notice somebody in the store, if you notice somebody driving behind you, if you notice somebody you're turning, he's turning, you're going down the dog food aisle. I noticed that too. I was going to get Pampers a couple of years ago, and this man I had bumped into this person a couple of times, and I was like, oh, okay. It was funny the first couple of times. Now why are you in the infant toddler aisle? You don't have a basket. You don't appear to, so you just have got to pay attention. Get your earbuds out of your ear while you're in the store. I know it might make the time go past, but you got to be alert. You got to hear, look around you, check your 6, check your 3, check your 12, look in front, right, left, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Stay alert, stay alive. It's like, I'm not trying to make you paranoid, but there are people, and you know how I feel about manifestation. I manifest these things, but there are people who also manifest and who also create and who also have a different mindset. And it's not about, nothing will ever touch me because I'm just manifesting goodness. No, things happen to everyone because we're people experiencing this plane of existence. And do I always pay attention? I have to remind myself to pay attention. And sometimes it's hard. I'll go in the grocery store and I have my 3 kids and they're arguing. So I'm not always paying attention. And this is a reminder to myself. Get off your phone, pay attention to your surroundings, And if you see somebody, you know, I'm not telling you to go be a superhero, but if you notice somebody that's like walking, I've had to do that before. Walking and you see that you notice that this person, and especially if it's a younger girl, I've had to walk up and been like, "Hey sis, are you ready?" You know, and she's looking at me like, "Oh my God, thank you." Don't know the lady from Adam, but I walked up and acted like I knew her, and it made that person, that man that was following her, go away. Okay. So I really want to go deep into that as well. So these are the things I want to talk about on this channel, and these are the things I talk about. I'm not just here talking about one thing. I want to talk about stuff like that. I want to talk about depression. I want to talk about um, something else. I want to talk about, you know, childhood depression or things that may cause depression in children. I talk about children. So just many topics. Thank you guys. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. Let's go. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Yes, Anna. Oh, thank you, Ian. Let's see. Everybody saying hi to everybody. I love that. Everybody saying hi. That's good. Oh, thank you so much. And if you get something out of it, please like. YouTube be on that other stuff, and I usually don't say that, but if you're getting something out of this, one thing out of this, and you resonate with it, please like the video. That's all I ask. Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter what position you have or in class in society. It could be anyone. There was a cop out here in LA. Area no stopping. Okay, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And even with that incident when I was in the military and I did the right thing, and I went to through my chain of command, and I found out that he was doing that by phone, stalking someone else by phone. And at that time, I was a lower ranking soldier. It was inappropriate, first of all. And so we went to the chain of command, and we went to his command sergeant major, and his sergeant major just was like, "Okay, that's it. He's been stalking you. He's been following you." He downplayed it. And this is another reason why victims don't speak up, because of moments like this, made to seem like it was something so small. If somebody is following you in the nighttime, if somebody is watching you, if somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, that's not something small. And anyway, they lied, and they said he wouldn't make next rank, and he would get all this stuff, but he ended up 3 months later getting the office job he wanted and making rank. He made his E7. So, but still got to do the right thing, and still got to push forward and take care of yourself. Speak up. No fear, like you said, just be aware. Yes. Layla and Kay for going to get. Ooh, wow. Wow. Wow, Anna, that's so awesome. Okay. And you know, and it's like what Ian's been talking about. That's another thing. This system and the mind control of people, it's not just a spiritual thing, it's parasitic. It's these things that are within people. And, you know, I'm going to let him do it. And I really hope you guys, I'm going to share a link to that video, but he's been talking about parasites and things like that, and how a parasite can make a person change their behavior. So you may even if it's not a stranger, you may be with somebody that you know, and all of a sudden, bam, out of the blue, they do something, and you know, and then being alert with your children. For those of you who have children or have nieces, have nephews, or know people with children, you know, share that. You know, be mindful of who your children are around. Let's see. Saying in the closet was no time. Wow. Wow, Anna. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. Put that reminder out there. parasites to everyone around me, but they treat me like I'm insane or something. That's sad. That's really sad. That's really sad. And it's something that can be proven. It's something that can be proven. And it's something that we knew back in the day, generations ago, that we would just naturally cleanse ourselves of. Like, you know, my grandma was, I didn't know what she was doing, but she was big on, she was big on saying you need to have a healthy bowels, you know, healthy bowels. You need to have, you know, regular poopadoops. So she was big on the castor oil, big on the herbs, big on cleansing. You know, I'm not even sure if she really knew what she was doing, parasitic cleanse and things like that. We got to get back to that knowledge and got to get back to that. As a parasite, protecting its host. Letting this world minus it to the ground. No, that's right. And also think about on the topic of parasites, guys. It makes me think about, you know, how they're kind of glorifying parasites. And when I think about that, I think about the movie Venom. And how he's a superhero and he needs his host and his host has superpowers and he's helping humanity. It's not good. So anyway, so enough of that. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope that something that you got a rose petal or two. Just remember that we as a community here, we speak about many different things. And for the new people, if it makes you uncomfortable that I do tarot or that I'm on a different spiritual path, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable and I don't want to offend anybody, but I will not offend myself by not being my true authentic self. So if it makes you uncomfortable, I totally understand. You can unsubscribe. Even if you like everything else about me, but you don't like the fact that I do that, you can unsubscribe and find people and things that you resonate with. And to the 1 or 2 or 3 who are watching me in the shadows, I wish you healing. I wish you love and comfort. And if you don't like me, stop watching me. That's all I got to say. Let's see. Most definitely, Jericho. Let's see the change in their eyes when. Oh gosh. We'll talk about that too. I'm going to speak about domestic violence. That's something else that I want to connect parasites with as well. Domestic violence from my own personal experience in parasites. And the changing of the eyes, you can change. You can see the change of the eyes, not only, but changing the eye color. How does your eye color go from blue? How do you go from blue to dark brown eyes in a moment of rage? Has to be. Oh, I love you so much, JJ. Anna. Thank you so much. Much love, Lyra. Laura, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing good. I really do. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's almost 2 a.m. here in Texas. So I'm just going to get off of here and I'm going to try to go to bed because I'm going to end up getting up early. So let's see. Well, because I could change is something else. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that because that's something else we want to talk about is domestic violence. Okay, y'all have a great night. I think I have a short coming out tomorrow, so I'm just going to be pumping out the shorts. So until I'm able to do another live stream. So until we meet again, much love, and y'all have a beautiful rest of your night or a beautiful day. Bye.